consistent.
But you was going to get that, but you didn't.
We're live on the Golden Square Podcast.
Ooh, this is Linda. This is Barry. And when you come to the round table, you square off with the boy. Square off.
I just think you're just jealous because you can't make a circle and then turn it into a square.
Well, I feel like Sesame Street.
Well, you are, old man.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, Boston.
Okay. All right.
No.
So what did I just say? Hi, Barry.
Hi, Linda. Welcome, everyone, to the Golden Square Podcast.
Yes.
It's Thursday
Yes.
at 7 Central. And guess where you're at?
Here with us.
Yeah. Like that. I like that. So thank you once again for your continuous support.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask Linda the golden question right now.
Okay.
How was your day?
My day was fantastic. I don't know why. I had a lot of energy. I did a lot of running around. Can I tell you I did some sit-ups today?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I did. So that's the energy that I'm feeling.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I walked into the studio today and you were beaming. So I believe that was a big help. You were glowing. You look amazing this evening.
You.
I love your little outfit. I love your heels.
There's nothing little about me.
You say that all the time.
There's nothing little. But anyway.
No.
I think
what about you?
What?
Your ego.
Oh, it is. I don't have a big one.
No, you don't. You don't get caught up in all that fake stuff. So I appreciate that about you.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, you were and still are glowing.
Oh, I wonder what it was. Wait, I'm gonna do some more sit-ups.
It's the sit-ups. Your energy is good. Your chakras are in place. All of that stuff is working for you, I guess. You know?
All right. Well,
what you think?
I don't know what it is. I feel different today.
So let me ask this question. What's making you feel different today?
I think maybe I had 2 treatments. I think that was it. 2 treatments. Two. I did 2. I think that was it. It gave me more energy.
Was it? There it
was
is.
it.
So we know that the double treatment process really works for you because you are just stunning.
Oh my God, thank you. So now how was your day?
It was uneventful, but I'm here, I'm alive, and I thank God every moment that I get another day that this sand that I can kick and that dirt falling on my face.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
God is good. He's been good.
I was going to say, did you tell him thank you?
I tell him thank you constantly throughout the day.
Okay.
I wake up saying, thank you, Lord. You're a big God. You're a wonderful God. I go to sleep thanking him for the day that I had and looking forward for the treats that he has for me the next day.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a treat, you know.
It
it's
is.
A treat just
is.
To wake up and because somebody did not wake up today. Somebody woke up in pain. Somebody woke up in the hospital. Somebody woke up and couldn't see, couldn't feel, couldn't taste, couldn't walk.
Could do a lot of things.
Right. But we were able to wake up and embrace life because God said it.
So I woke up this morning. I was doing the same thing. I said thank you and all that kind of stuff. And then I got a chance to embrace my gray or silver hair.
I think you're gray.
You think I'm gray?
I'm silver. I'm platinum.
You're platinum?
Yes.
I'm gray. He's platinum.
Mm-hmm.
So I know someone who could tell us what the difference is. So
and there is a difference.
And there is a difference.
Yeah,
there is a difference. So
I think it is. I mean,
if
you think so?
I know it is. It is.
You think so?
One looked like Moses. Did I say that?
She went ugly
say that. Okay, but anyway,
but
no, I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, I don't know what you say.
Very
when he came
handsome.
off of that, the holy land, the mountain.
Yeah,
he was glowing.
Yes,
okay, so I'm gonna take it as
a compliment.
I look good. Call me
Moses. That's it. So, Madam Producer, if you were bringing our guest, so she could.
And who's our guest?
Miss Tanya Fuller.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And who she with?
She's with Flawlessly Silver.
Yeah. Welcome, my
Yes,
friend. I'm so
Tanya.
glad that you're here. And we've
I'm
got
happy to be here.
good because we have a billion questions for you, not a
Yes.
million. And the dying question is there really a difference between silver and gray hair?
So it's all a color transition. I learned that the hard way. So I transitioned from black to salt and pepper to now I have found out I have no black in my hair and that my hair is actually white and silver, white and gray. So yeah,
White
it's,
and gray.
Mhm.
yes.
So you are white and anyway.
White and
Welcome,
what?
welcome.
White and what?
White and I don't know. So I see
Tanya,
some gray.
what would I be? When you look at my hair, what would you call it?
I would call it white. It's white with a hint of gray. So I'm based upon what I'm seeing, and I learned this from my sister, who is a hairstylist, because she hurt my feelings. Because I'm like, I got black or white hair. She said, no, you don't. I said, no, for real, I do. It's right there. She said, no, Tanya, you have not an ounce of black. And she taught me this is white, and I got dark gray. So you have white hair.
Oh.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It looks nice.
So you have an organization that embraces and empower women to love their gray hair. Tell us about that.
So about 2 years ago, I started this group because I've seen the men. The men got it. They have all these groups. They have them everywhere, and women think they're so attractive. It's, oh my God, it's so debonair to see a man. He looks so good. Look at all that salt and pepper. And I'm saying to myself, why we as women aren't doing the same thing? We're just as beautiful with the gray, but we are so afraid to embrace it. So I just did a little call out. Hey, for all those who are embracing the gray, let's do something together. Let's band together and change the narrative of what
And I
grain looks
appreciate
like.
that. Yeah, because you acknowledge it, then because me and Linda were just fighting
Yes.
softly about, men look better, but it's not really a better.
No,
Women embrace it now,
Right.
which we now see the true beauty. All the women that I know who wear their gray and silver hair and white hair are actually breathtaking every time you see, such as yourself.
Right.
As soon as
Right.
we see, oh my God, I love your hair, is the
Yeah.
first compliment you get because it stands out. And I'm just sorry that women think that somehow gray or
Makes
silver
it
hair
it's
depicts the old lady. But it's
old.
not really old.
But if you're old, it's wisdom, and it's not that we are. And he said that we were really fighting. That he tried to sugarcoat it, but we were fighting because he said men look better, and I said no, you don't.
Mhm.
We look better, but what the problem was, as you said, Tanya, and he did, that we are now just embracing our gray. Because he asked the question when someone did, I don't know if it was you, but somebody asked, when did I embrace my gray? And I said, I don't know.
Mona
It
said,
just,
Mona
Mona,
asked you. Mhm.
it just, one day it happened, and then I liked it. And it was because a young man said, oh, I love that gray. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. And it's been there ever since. And I just think that once we embrace and learn who we are and love each other, love ourselves, then that's the issue right there for me.
Yeah, I agree. So tell us, how do you empower women to embrace their silver world, their flawless world of gray
So
hair?
we can't go back and undo history. We can't do that.
Right.
And so we have to embrace where we are. I'm not competing with the younger men. What I tell the women in my group, and even women that I meet on the street, when they ask me, why are you embracing the gray? Like, what made you do it? Because I'm going to be the best me at any stage that I'm in. So
Right.
I don't want to go back to where I'm dyeing my hair every week and a half to try to hide the gray. That's what I was doing. And so, like I tell the women, we are, like in March, we celebrated Women's History Month. And I like to believe that the women in Flawlessly Silver are world history makers because we are rewriting the narrative of what gray looks like. I tell people all the time, I ain't your grandmama 50, baby. I'm not at home. I'm not baking cookies. I'm not sitting here in a long dress and a muumuu and house shoes all day. That's not what I'm doing. That's not my story. That's not how I think. And so in order to rewrite the narrative, you have to be the definition of what you want 50 and plus or grain and plus to look like.
What
So I just
when were you
go ahead.
most comfortable with your transition? What
Right.
happened?
That was my
Oh,
question too.
good.
Good. No, that was a good question. Go ahead. You in.
So,
You in. Yeah.
what was your transition like? What was the turning point that you said no more this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go with it? What made you stop and start this journey on being absolutely flawless
Right.
with silver?
Silver.
So I had a very good friend of mine who said to me, Tanya, make a decision. It's either you're going to go ahead and embrace the gray and do something with it, or you're going to keep dying it. You got to make a decision. Because I would go, okay, I'm going to embrace it. No, I'm not going to embrace it, because I would see the little gray hair come along this way and it hit right here. And I'm like, oh, ain't no way. So I go back and I get to dye. And I'll dye it on a Monday. By Wednesday, the little gray is back.
Yes.
So I made a decision at 44. I said, okay, we just gonna grab it. We gonna grab life by the horns and we gonna do it. I went down to Orlando. I saw my sister, she's a hairstylist, and I said, cut it off. Because I was gonna embrace gray on my terms.
Right.
You know, I felt at the time I was not gonna walk around with long gray hair, because I felt at that point it would have aged me. So I wanted to find a lane that I felt comfortable in, that I knew I could be jazzy in, that I could be myself in, and then I was going to embrace the gray. So at 44, I cut it off, and here we are.
At 44.
So you cut it to where it was growing all that color, your new God-given color. And
Yes,
so
sir. So
you were
underneath all the hair that I had right here, my sister probably cut off about 12 to 15 inches of hair. And underneath it, it was just gray. It was, and it wasn't this color gray. It was a lighter gray because it was still coming in, but it was gray everywhere. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. And so my sister, like I said, she cut it off for me, and she's in Florida. So I have a stylist up here who every 2 weeks I'm in her chair and I'm outside.
So you used to wear your hair long, correct?
I sure did.
And so when you embraced the silver, you decided short hair is the way we're gonna go?
Absolutely. Now there are women I see every day with beautiful long gray hair. That wasn't my story. And then for a moment I thought about growing it back, and I said no, I wasn't going to, because this has now become my signature look. The short hair has become my signature style, and I love it. I love it over here.
So once people join your group, your organization, however you want to call it, I say both. But what is it that you give to them?
So we do different. For example, on Monday mornings, we have a 6 a.m. Monday morning prayer call, because I believe that you got to start your week and your days off with God. Because that's who gave me this group. So that's who I give the group back to. We also do things, we go out. And when I say go out, I'm a firm believer that we have to give back to who came before us. And so we have partnered up with an organization, with an assisted living called Oaks at Conyers. A lot of people who don't know my story, Alzheimer's runs very deep in my family. 3 years ago, I lost my mother to Alzheimer's at the age of 70. So I'm a firm believer, having my mama's heart. My sister and I believe that giving back is what my mother would have wanted us to do, and that's what we instilled in doing. So we partner up with them, and we every Christmas we do a drive that we're donating items to necessary. Last year we had the opportunity to donate 46 because it's 46 residents, 46 robes, 46 house shoes, 46 non-slip socks for their diabetics to each and every individual resident. So everybody has something to open up for Christmas. We stocked some of the things that were necessary, because I'm a firm believer that you have to give back to those who paved the way. You have to. I believe like it says, much is given, much is required.
Yes. Right. You're in Atlanta, correct?
I sure am. I'm in the
So are you only in Atlanta? So is your group everywhere?
We are everywhere.
So you have chapters in every city, or how many cities so far? And what's the goal?
We have 2 main hubs, Atlanta and Houston. But I also have brand ambassadors. So I have ambassadors in Florida. I have 5 of them there. So it's Florida, Atlanta, or Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, where we have members and people within the group. Virginia, Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, of course, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, California. It's a lot of them. We everywhere.
Yes, yes.
So
We are
your
everywhere.
initiative is to help this senior living space, correct?
Mhm.
That's what
Absolutely.
you. Does every city take on another little chore
Sure,
like
yeah.
that? Are they doing different things? Is everybody doing that across the board, or everybody picks a certain thing that they do for their chapter?
Or they sending them to you in Atlanta.
So they send it here to Atlanta, but what we are going to do is that we're going to have one also in Houston, because again, Houston and Atlanta are our two major cities. And so because we do have I do have a brand ambassador in Houston. I have two of them. They're going to partner up with a couple of members there, and they're going to find a facility there that they can partner up with there, the same way we have one here. And then we're going to start going to where we are able to go in once a month, especially here in Atlanta, that we're going to go in and we're going to spend quality time. We're going to volunteer.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Giving
That's
comes more than just once a year. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. So how often do you all meet? And do you have everybody's coming to Atlanta, everybody's coming to Houston?
Right. Do you do a
yeah, so
conference? How does that work?
Yeah.
so we're building. You all in my business. You telling everybody what I'm trying to do. Oh, what's happening? So my goal is to have a yearly conference. Now we do take an annual anniversary trip. We just came off of a cruise, which was a time. We went to Cozumel. Cozumel will never be the same. That boat will never be the same from the time that we got on the boat to the time we got off the boat. But like next year, we're going to Hawaii. So we take our annual trip every year on our anniversary. We are going to we have corporate brunch every June. We have a corporate brunch that takes place in Atlanta and in Houston. Then we have a member only. So we have the members only and the ambassador trip. This year we're going to Destin, and then we come into the rodeo because I am fortunate enough to have one of my brand ambassadors. Her name is Cynthia, and she is affiliated. She is an announcer, not just affiliated. She is the announcer, one of the announcers for the Bill Pickett Rodeo, and she was
Yes.
just inducted into the Black Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Yes,
So
I was there.
yes,
I saw that.
so
I witnessed it, I
we
say.
outside. I'm going to the rodeo. Yes, God. So we going to be in Atlanta for the rodeo.
To come to the rodeo here in Houston, but I think this year was crazy. This year was crazy. So we probably tell everybody to come again. No, we ain't gonna tell everybody. No, we're not gonna tell everybody. But so I know that there are certain times that you all have different. I know brunches, and how do you all set all that up?
So for when we're doing a corporate brunch, where we're doing it both in both cities on the same day, we coordinate which days work best for us in both locations. So Houston may be doing one thing, but they're brunching. And then Atlanta will be doing one thing, but we're still brunching. But we also have people, especially in Atlanta, because they come from there and far. I have ladies who will literally drive from North Carolina just for the day and drive back. That's how dedicated and faithful that's how much they love the group. That's how much they believe in the vision. And so when we do things together, they will, if they have time in their schedule, they're going to drive down. I've literally seen it. I have one member, she will drive down from North Carolina and be at every event.
Tanya, what am I getting when I arrive to the group meeting of functions or brunches and all this thing? What do I take away from it?
Right. What's the agenda?
You walk away with the sisterhood. You walk away with the sisterhood that if you're going through something, you could put it in because we have two groups. Well, we have two pages. You could put it in the page, and you have women who will, if you need somebody to encourage you, you got women who could do that. If you have women who are looking to help with this journey with grain, you have women who do that. If you have women who you looking for a partner to go walking, we got women who do that. You have women who are going to embrace you in the sisterhood that what I love to call is drama free, because at the end of the day, we are full-fledged grown women. And
Right.
so it's a wonderful thing when full-fledged grown women can get together. I'm a firm believer we could party together, we can hang out together, we can give together, but we pray together. And so we are truly a sisterhood where I have one lady tell me, this is my safe place. I am free to come be who I want to be. I don't have to worry about nobody calling my name, not my man, not my mama, not my daddy, not my side man, not my children or my grandchildren. And I can come have a good time, not worry about nothing, and then go back home. So it's a
Is there an age
combination.
limit?
Right. Or do you just have to have silver hair?
Yeah. Is there an age limit, or I have to be
Great.
You have to be great. So at one point I was like, why we as women over 50? But I said to myself, fool, you was grain before 50. So how do you leave out a whole community of women who are grain? So it's embracing yourself one silver strand at a time. That's all it takes now, because this great life changing the world be taking over the place now.
Okay, so one strand of gray, and I'm in. Just
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
find one, and I can
Find
be a part.
one. You could, if you
Just
part
find
right here in the middle of your head and you see that one little piece of strand of
that
gray,
one.
I got you.
Wow. So we're gonna come together. We're gonna have brunch. We're gonna go to the nursing home and do all these different things. Are there any other activities that you and your group do?
So as you all have touched on, I am trying to put together, not trying, that's a terrible word. I will put together. I'm learning to become very specific in the words that I use. I'm choosing my words wisely. So I am putting together a conference. And a friend of mine gave me a phenomenal idea of doing a prayer conference where we can get together, because we get together. It's one thing when you have women who you could party with, you could play with, but it's another thing when you can have women who you could pray with. Because we are at this stage of life that we're not in our teens anymore. So we face challenges that what everybody else is facing: menopause, perimenopause. Sometimes I don't know if I'm hot, cold, or indifferent. My body is walking confusion. Then you have women like myself and my sister who've lost our mother. We're losing parents. Our kids, some people are empty nesters. Some people like me, I'm an empty nester and I got teenagers in the house. I don't know what kind of drugs I was on. That was crazy. You have women who are divorcing. You have women who are single and enjoying life. So we are women from all different perspectives, all different backgrounds. And so to be able to come together and to fellowship, have a good time, and still, again, pray with your sister, feel safe with your sister, and know that you have been embraced by women who never knew your name. There are women in this group right now who never knew each other, and they're the closest of friends when they came a part of this group. There are women who they met on our very first meetup in Atlanta in April of 2024, who are friends to this day, and they didn't know each other till they met up. So it's a wonderful thing to see women. And it's not just Black women, because it's not just Black women grain, it's all women. To see us to be able to embrace and to love is amazing.
Do you do a Zoom meeting where every city comes together on the phone, or a Zoom sort of situation?
So that we have not done. We've done Zooms over the phone where we've done like our white elephant gift exchange. We've done our Wine Down Wednesdays where we come together on the first Wednesdays of every month, and we having a good time, laughing, having some wine. Some people have hard liquor, myself. But I pretty it up and make it look like it's wine. Bloop. And so needless to say, we do things like that. I haven't had it to where we have done it by individual cities. That I haven't done, because some cities have more than others, where there's some cities who may just have one. So I would do corporate Zoom calls for those who want to join. And then we've done our virtual vision board parties all via Zoom.
Okay. That sounds good.
Where everybody that's a member could jump in and hang out.
Yes, sir.
So what's the difference between a member and just say myself who want to join the group?
So the members have different perks. So the members have the ability. So when we have things that are going on, when there's events going on, you get your tickets first. You get discounted tickets. You're part of, for example, when we're in Destin in July, members only. While everybody would like to go, if you're not a member, baby, can't do it. So there's opportunities where you have member only text messages that go out, where you'll receive a message from me a couple of times a month. You get we have a newsletter that goes out that recognizes the members' birthdays. Also, you have a welcome package that goes out because you are a member. I tell everybody, people put their money where their heart lies. And so whatever organization you're a part of, if you are truly invested, you'll become a member. So I tell people all the time, there's a difference between a member and a follower. I love all the women in the group. I think everybody is amazing. But the members get a little bit more, get their attention that they get from me is a little different because they have invested and they believe in the vision.
So how do I become a member then? I mean, I see y'all doing all these things and I want to do them. So
well, come on, Shawty.
How do you become a member?
Well, this is what you do. There's two things you do. You go on to the website, www.flawlesslysilver.com. See, that was real professional. See how I did that?
That was it.
It was. Yes. And then you will scroll down to the tab where it says members or becoming a member. You click on that. You fill out the job form. You decide if you want to pay monthly dues or if you want to pay your dues all in full. You also then become a part of the private Facebook group for Flawlessly Silver ambassadors and members only. And you also become a part of the larger group for everybody. That's flawlesslysilver.com.
How do you select your
the ambassador?
How do you select your ambassador?
Yeah, we own it. So yeah.
Huh?
How are they selected?
Right. Your
How
ambassador.
who was selected? The ambassadors?
Yeah.
So at first when I did it, I was looking at women who really embraced the vision. And I tell people all the time, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Everybody be like, I want to be an ambassador. I'm like, you don't want to deal with me on them phone calls? Because the Tanya that you see who's laughing and joking, hey, the Tanya when I'm talking to the ambassadors, two different people. Because I firmly believe that in order to be able to set a standard, you have to be the standard. And so I have hard conversations, and my ambassadors have hard conversations with me. I have a head ambassador, and my sister, who's also the president of event planning, and my head ambassador, who is Sarah, they have hard conversations with me about where they see what needs to be done in the ambassadors and within that role. And then I'm the person who puts the message out, because it's not easy work. It's a lot, because they have responsibilities. So it's one thing. Everybody used to see the pictures. Oh my God, I want to do that too. We are more than just a picture. We're more than just one picture that you see on the internet.
So how long do your ambassadors stay your ambassador? Do you change every 6 months, every year? Do you have a limit?
2 year?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
So I don't per se have a limit. Now, can there be changes? Yes. Like I've had recent changes. And so if I were to add in an ambassador, now we go through a vetting process. I need to see what you're doing in your personal life. I need to see what type of entrepreneurial spirit you have. I need to see what type of social media presence you have, because we have to have people who have the ability to reach other people. I need to see that you are consistent in what you're doing. And if you can't be consistent for yourself, you won't be consistent for the group.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so can I just say I want to be an ambassador, or you have to say I'm not? Okay,
you're invited to be an ambassador.
Right. Oh,
There's no application. There's not to say, well, I like to do that. No, because oftentimes people see that, but they don't see behind the scenes.
Right.
They see what's before them. They see the product, but they don't see the work ethic that goes behind the product.
Right. Can I ask another one? Listen, so your ambassadors, do they have assistants as well, or are they just strictly them and then they have you?
What do you mean? So help me. So they said, I give them assistance with,
like, do they have a deputy?
Right. That's the word.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. It came and broke up. Do they have a who?
Like a deputy? Is there somebody that they they can create their team amongst the ambassadorship.
Yeah.
So we have a lead ambassador, and that's Sarah. She puts forth the things that need to be done. She puts forth she looks at the pictures. She'll say mm-mm or mm-hmm. So oftentimes when you see an ambassador put a picture out, sometimes it's 32 pictures before they got that one photo out, because it's a brand, and it's not just we just taking a picture to post. So, but all of the ambassadors are just individuals. They don't come with the team. The team is the ambassadorhood. And so what I try to do is find different ways to pour back into them, because Flawlessly Silver would not be Flawlessly Silver without them. It is one thing for me to go out there and do it, but it's another thing when you have women who believe in you strong enough to go out there and to promote the vision. And it is wonderful when you see your brand ambassadors put your name in rooms that it would never be in. So I love it.
So what's the big picture for your group down the road? What is it that you hope to achieve as you move forward?
It has different levels to it. I want the group to grow within itself. I want to be able that we have functioning chapters within each regional area. We are converting Flawlessly Silver from just being Flawlessly Silver into a nonprofit. My ultimate goal towards that nonprofit is to have an independent assisted living home in the memory of my mother, to where that women have the ability, we carry a lot. And I took care of my mother for 2.5 years, of the latter part of her life. And my sister had her, she went back to Florida. My sister had her for her last 8 to 9 months. And it's not easy to take care of someone with Alzheimer's who's also your parent. It is multi-layered. You're losing your parent, you're your caregiver to your parent, you're watching this person leave you every day. And sometimes you need the ability to breathe a minute and relax for a second. So my long-term goal is to create a few homes, not just in Atlanta, not just in Florida, but throughout the United States, that people have the ability to either because it's not easy to put your parents in an assisted living.
Right.
That's a hard decision. Right. God bless my sister and I, we didn't have to do that with our mom. But there's some people who don't have a choice. So to be able to do that, and then also to offer scholarships to young girls who have had family members or who currently have family members who are battling this disease. That is my long-term goal.
That was my next question, is what would you be leaving to the next generation?
The blueprint of how to do this. While it is good to have a good time, while it is wonderful to be able to relax and hang out with your girls, my purpose is to leave a legacy. I tell people all the time, my mama didn't just live just to live, and she didn't just die just to die. And so my mother's name will live on well past my lifetime. And so in order for me to do that, I got to do the work. And that is putting my mother's name in places that it deserves to be, and to give people that opportunity. So I told my children, who are also great, because my 2 daughters, who are 30 and 27, got gray hair. Embrace it, sugar dumpling. It's in your DNA. Blame your granddaddy. Don't blame me. And they will take this on. They will, and because this is not just a movement for today. Grain doesn't stop when I go lay down. It continues. Life still lives. And so I want this legacy to continue to live well past my expiration date.
That's good. That's good.
That
sound like I knew what I was talking about, didn't it?
Yeah. And you got it all laid out again on.
So real quick, tell me your secret to maintaining brilliant gray hair in the color. I mean, some people use that purple shampoo. Some people, I did that one time and it made my hair purple so bad that I had to cut it off. What is your regimen in taking care of your hair?
So in between going to my stylist, her name is Bridget. And for anybody who's watching who live in Atlanta, Bridget is booked. Okay. She ain't got no more space for nobody. Find your own Bridget. But
Mm.
Bridget uses she does my hair, but in between I don't use the purple shampoo. I use Mason 276. And that
Mhm.
helps to keep the resilience in my hair. But I
Mhm.
also got to give honor where it's due. My sister and I get it from my daddy. And so my daddy grayed at 17. I've been graying since my 20s. And so it is just, and my daddy's all white. So it, part of it, a lot of it is genetics, but it also
Mhm.
comes with a good regime. I hated drinking water, but I drink water because I gotta hydrate. Because if you don't, your skin gets dry, your scalp gets dry, you start looking real flaky. That ain't sexy. Okay.
Mm.
I'm trying to be, listen, this is what I tell people all the time. I'm a young boy fantasy and a young man dream. At the end of the day, in order to maintain that lifestyle, I gotta drink water. I'm getting better at getting adequate sleep, not all the time, but in all honesty, making sure that you find the products that work. That purple shampoo I won't do. First of all, it gets your nails dirty.
Uh,
It be having that
Okay.
purple residue around your nail bed, and that ain't cute.
Mm.
But find you a
So
good hairstylist. And for those who can't afford a good hairstylist going every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, find you a product or get with the hairstylist that will tell you the best product to use on your hair. Everybody can tell you this is the best thing to do, and it may not be the best thing to do for your hair.
Correct.
right.
Because that's what happened for
Right.
me.
Yeah.
I ended up with purple hair because I was listening to the masses, and it really what it did was it dyed my hair, and I had to literally cut my hair off to make it grow all over again. So I never did it again. And I the secret to any good hair is you always got to find the product
Product.
that best works for you. And another thing we have to look at sometime is that length. So what my hair needs at this length was not the
Not the
same
same.
when it was shorter. And as it grows, it's going to need a new product for the new length. So
A-
it changes.
And realizing that as you change and your body changes, your hair changes. I learned
Mhm.
that from my sister. Sometimes she be know what she be talking about. Most times she get on my nerves because she my baby sister. But at the end of the day, when it come to hair, she know what she talking about. So your
Right.
hair does change. And so you have to be wise in what you're doing. Like you got to, if you want to maintain it like this right here, I stay on top of it. Why? Because again, this is my signature look. And so to make sure I'm enhancing that, I have to take care of myself. And when you take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, it comes out in all areas. Your hair will reflect like your skin.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I had to cut off all mines and start all over again because you want to put different products in there that should not be in there. So, and
Mhm.
that's what happened. I'm like, okay, so I just have to cut it all off and start all over again. It's hair, it will grow back. And
We hope.
well, I can only speak for me. It is hair is growing back. So it's just a matter of the maintenance. You're taking care of yourself and a lot of water, a lot of water. That's for
Yeah, I
everything.
mix my water and my beverage intake so
So,
it balances out.
mm,
Hmm.
mm, so what else do you have going on, Tanya?
Let's see. Besides the group, I have decided, I wrote a book many, many, many years ago. And so I'm getting ready to go back to pick up the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm back in school.
That's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Yes, ma'am. I preached to my daughters a long time ago because I come from a West Indian family. My mother was from Jamaica, my father's from Trinidad, and we preached education. So I preached it, got pregnant, and dropped out, and then go back. But I watched
Mm,
my 27-year-old daughter go to start school because she struggled with certain things. Like she struggled in certain areas, certain subjects weren't her strong point, but she still persevered through. She started school, she started college and had to drop out. And she made her grandmother a promise that she would finish her degree. And I watched my child maintain a full-time job and live on her own and finish her degree. And I said, Tanya, what you doing with your bald-headed self that you ain't finished school yet and your job finna help pay for the education? Girl, stop being stupid.
mm,
So
mm.
I'm I'm 100% back in school. I have a 100% full-time job. I have a real estate business. I am getting ready to go back to writing this book, and I got Flawlessly Silver. Ooh, I sound busy.
Yeah. What can you add something else on that? But
So
get to the next hand.
you guys, you said your next big trip is Hawaii. Is that a
Yes,
cruise or you guys are flying in?
we're
How's that
flying
going?
in. So I got with the travel agent and I said to her, I want us all to leave and fly together. So everybody is meeting up, but the flight is going to be out of LAX. Oh, we finna tear that airplane up. Boy, it's going to be a time. Lord have mercy. So we're going to be on a flight from LAX to Hawaii. Hallelujah. Oh, yes. And they're going to get off we're going to get off the plane and they're going to be standing out there. Oh, I'm sorry. My mind digressed. And so, and so we're going to Hawaii. We're going to both islands. And so I'm just going to behold God's beautiful creations. Each
So
and
anybody
every
can go.
one.
Have to be with the group.
Yes. Anybody can go. Absolutely. You'll see how we get down. And this will be our third anniversary. No, yeah, third anniversary trip. Our big one is our 5 year. We going to Greece. Hmm.
Oh,
And
great!
then
So
our
you're
4th year, we going to Turks and Caicos. Passport ready.
well, we got ours. So if I'm going, I can invite Barry. Okay.
Come on, Barry. Come
I'm
see how
trying
we
to
get
go.
down
So
now.
you want to go to Hawaii? Come
You
on.
should. Barry, I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't know Barry talking about, I used to live in Hawaii, but I want him to go to Hawaii with us.
Listen, Barry,
And
you may have lived in Hawaii, but you ain't experienced Hawaii till you experience it with Flawlessly Silver. Carnival has taken many a boats out into the ocean. They didn't take that last boat out to the ocean without Flawlessly Silver. When we got on that boat, we had people singing our theme song for the weekend, which I will not repeat on this here good podcast. But we had a theme song. People was out there singing it, and it was like when we got to the elevators on different days, it's like, oh, y'all was the ladies who was singing that song. That's us. We leave our mark wherever we go.
Okay.
So do you have any pictures of any activities or anything that went on, Tanya?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Come on,
girl.
girl.
Listen, on the boat, when we first got on the boat, we had our pink shirt. We had the next morning, we had moo-moos and breakfast. Baby, I ain't never worn a moo before, but I said, oh, I see how people grandmama got pregnant back in the day. Then we then we had everybody got together. We went to the captain's dinner. Then we had brunch, and then everybody going home. I went home tired. I was on the airport like this. It's terrible.
That
But it
means
was
you had a
fun.
good time.
We
Mhm.
did. We've been to the rodeo together. We have been to Houston together.
Yeah. I joined the Houston, and that was the first time that I'm just saying it to everybody, join a group of women because I'm a loner. And when they came to Houston, I had the best time. The best time. Oh, look at y'all.
Look at y'all.
Look at y'all.
We were on the Porsche show because we were talking about this gray hair life. See, we had on. Oh, they got my whole tattoo out. We was moo-moos and breakfast. That's what we was that Friday morning. Show was outside.
Okay.
We was in that particular picture. We was on the boat club at 2:45 in the morning.
Wow.
And nobody looked sleepy.
Right.
Oh, that's cute.
We had this was our last night on the boat. We had our yellow night. And so we just talked. I just told them about where we were going next. I told them what my heart was for the group. And they also gave 3 strong drinks in 1 hour. It was great. As you can see by the drinks on the table.
Not that you had in it. Oh, okay. Look at Christmas.
So this was Christmas when we were at Oaks at Conyers. Some of the ladies came from near and far, and we all donated back. We even left gifts for the caregivers because one of the most forgotten groups of class of workers are the caregivers. It takes a lot. And so we wanted them to know that they are seen, that they are loved, and that they are heard.
Right.
That's my Lily. That's one of my brand ambassadors. I love her. She's in Florida. She has to see where Lily started. Her name is Lisette. But to see where she started and where she is now, and to see how she has done a complete 180 is amazing. And that is the purpose of Flawlessly Silver, to get you out of your shell and to allow you to realize that you still have your best days to live.
Right.
And that's some of our members in our group. That was still at the Oaks of Conyers where we all were giving back. And it was fun. And two of those ladies came from Memphis. One came from Memphis, one came from Mississippi. Mississippi. And there we go again. The lady who has on a purple shirt, she is the director of that facility. And we linked up and she told us the needs that they needed. And our job was to make sure that it happened.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we was back at Port. Yes, man.
Hey, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm excited about the gray hair.
Yes.
I'm really embracing mine. I when I cut all mine off, my stylist said, "Well, do you want to go black?" No, I don't know. No, just let the gray come on back in. And I thank you for your time being here with Barry and I, and giving our viewers some updates on flawlessly. What I said that?
Flawlessly.
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 What else?
Right.
Silver. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we thank you for your time and all the information, and I look forward to coming and being with the group.
And we really appreciate your community service. I think that's paramount to what you guys are doing. I think that's amazing that your throwback on this whole thing is to really uplift Alzheimer and make that aware and make it awareness. I think that's incredible. And then to give them something and make sure they're not forgotten. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Someone just asked the question, are there any groups in Florida?
So there are 5 brand ambassadors in Florida. You have them in Orlando, Claremont, Apopka, South Florida, I believe, right below St. Pete. I'm not St. Pete, but Tampa. So there are women all throughout Florida. But let me just also say this before I forget. While we are giving back, we are also reaching. While we're giving back, we're also reaching forward, because there are women, there's young girls who are coming up behind us. And it is so easy to judge, but we forgot we were once those young girls.
Right.
And instead of being judgmental, to be helpful and to be uplifting, because sometimes some people just need a little piece of guidance.
Right.
Right. And people who are not so quick to judge. And so my goal is also to reach forward to the young girls who are coming up behind us, to remind them that there is beauty in them in any age, and don't allow somebody else's narrative of who you are to remain who you are, because you're more than what other people call you.
So for those who want to connect with you, they're just going to go to the website, find out what city it is that's available, and fill out the paperwork, and you will reach out to them, or someone will reach out to them.
So once they fill out the job form and they want to become a member, that comes to myself, and that goes to another ambassador who also takes in that intake form. They're all more than welcome to join the private group that's for everybody. That is Flawlessly Silver. Now we have a Flawlessly Silver social page that anybody can join. I mean, anybody just can follow the page. But for the private page, where you could feel where it's just you can share whatever it is that you want to share, because there are no men in that group, then that is flawlesslysilver.com. I mean, not flawlesslysilver.com, but Flawlessly Silver on Facebook. And then we have the member only group, which is the ambassadors and members on another page.
Okay. Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, yeah. So I'm gonna have a little drink with you. Here it is, girl. But Tanya, I want to say thank you again for being here with us, and also Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you too. I appreciate
that whole weekend thing, and keep doing a great work for all of us. You're doing good. I'm ready to party and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on to Atlanta. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, come to Atlanta. But if you can't make it to Atlanta, come to Destin, baby. We outside. We at Crab Island. We is outside.
Okay. So when is the trip to Destin? I'm coming.
July 9th through the 12th, because that's my pre-birthday celebration weekend, because you know cancer season is approaching, pest season out there. All those who disagree, keep it to yourself. But cancer season by far is the best season. So July 16th is my birthday.
Go ahead. I'm gonna keep it to myself in November. But anyway,
Baby, don't play with it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Everybody, listen. Everybody got a downfall. It's okay.
And cancer just fell. But anyway,
This her show, Jesus. I'm gonna be mindful of that so she can have me back on next year. Okay, I'm gonna be mindful because it is your podcast, and I understand.
Thank you again. I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it so much.
Yeah, and enjoy your drinking Mother's Day. And I'll talk to you real soon. So anybody out there, all your viewers, you know how to reach out to her. Go be a part of something that is great and bring something new to the group as well. Don't just come to receive anything. Bring something with you. So absolutely. We look forward to seeing you again, and stay prayed up. All right, sweetie.
Thank you.
See you later. That's good. Yeah. I love my gray even more now.
I do too.
I do.
I mean, it's really different for men though, in the sense that I know a few men who color, but most men who go gray just go.
Those are the almost say real men, but because I see the other people with the jet black hair and then the dye still all in the face and everything, but to see a man with gray salt and pepper hair, it is, and he smells good. Yeah. And he dressed good.
Thank you so much.
And he got nice shoes on. Yeah, I love it. I love it. But
I love when I transition. And it wasn't a big thing. And I tell you, today I went to the doctor's office and I was getting on the elevator, and I always hold the elevator door for especially our people. Mm-hmm. And it was an elderly woman with her daughter coming out the elevator, and I held the door for her. And she stopped and she said, "Oh my God, your hair is so beautiful. Who does your curls?" And I wasn't trying to be flippant. I said, "Well, God." And she said, "Well, isn't that a blessing?" And I just thought that was so sweet the way she did that. But she gave me such a compliment. And as you know, I get them all the time. But I think, silver hair is a beautiful thing. I love mine. It is. I embrace it.
Women had to get to that point.
Yeah, you had to really get to, and I like that she has this organization that allows women to transition and embrace the inner beauty, because that's a beautiful thing. It's not an age thing. It is not. I mean, I had gray hair when I was, 14.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. She snuck that in.
That was good, but that's great. You've been handsome a long time.
Oh,
so that was it.
You see her bucket and her mop trying to clean that mess up. You see her? Just call her Hazel. She's cleaning up. I
did. So, but listen, we got to talk about our 2 minutes. We got
2 minutes.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes to do our 2 cents.
Okay. We want to holler and talk about real quick about the gala.
Yes. What is the
what's it called?
That's what it's called.
The Met Gala. And this year the men killed it.
The men.
I mean, look at this man. Look at this
Everything
man.
About this.
He looks like a statue. He's so perfect.
Oh my God!
I love that. You see that?
I love it. Do you see the detail? Everything. And that look at this, the bottom. You see everything, the people?
But wait, you see the armpit?
Everything.
Okay, so
they killed it. There were so many pictures of to see our Black men
really do.
Oh my God! Really there was one gentleman that had on an all-pearl suit, and I couldn't figure out how to get that pic to get it over to our producer. But he was so handsome.
Yes.
I was glad to be a Black woman looking at a Black nephew, my Black son.
It was great.
It was amazing.
It was great. Amazing. Do we have any more pictures?
Yeah. Oh, the big girls. Yes. Okay, yes. That was good for me. That was good. And look at that was amazing. Amazing. I love it. These are some of my favorites.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at
Look
that.
at her face. She's
Yeah.
glowing. I love that.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Now, I don't know what that was.
But I love her for
I
being so
don't.
edgy. Is that Boudin?
No, that's kind of what's that girl name?
Carly B.
Carly B.
I
But
said, is
I
that
don't,
Boudin?
I don't know what that is.
Is she a sausage?
I have no idea.
Interesting. But I love her for being original.
Okay, good.
Whatever
Good.
that might be.
All right then. This for me was, I think we have it in the wrong order, but it's still good because when she came up with the hat,
right? I love the with the coat.
Oh my
I didn't
God.
love her without the coat.
I love the back of that dress, and I love this dress.
I didn't get it.
Okay, well I love it. Now show this one when she arrived.
Let's see.
Oh, no, that's Ivory. No, what's her name? Blue Ivory. Ivory Blue. And she looks so grown up.
Well, that's it.
It's just amazing that she was just a little girl yesterday, and she's
well, you guys, if you caught that, you know that was the Met Gala. It was amazing. It was so many great things to see. This is that picture Linda was talking about. I thought she looked amazing with the coat and the hat. I didn't like the dress outside the coat, but hey, she was doing her thing, you know.
And then that's Linda and
Barry. And again, we want to thank you guys so much for your continuous support and hanging out with us every Thursday at 7 Central at the Golden Square Podcast.
Yes.
It's
and we would like to say thank you all for oh, just what you said.
Yeah.
Again, I was about to repeat it.
Yeah, that happens.
Anyway, that's Linda and Barry. That's what we do. But anyway, we really, really, really want to say thank you all.
Thank you. 1,000 thank yous.
1,001.
1,001.
Yes.
That's
2.
That's
all right.
3.
So anyway, thank you again.
3.
And to all the mothers out there.
3. And yes, to all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day.
And I said all the mothers out there, and he said mom. And I said happy Mother's Day.
Moms, aunties, big sisters, all you women
cousins
who assure that we have the foundation that we need. Thank you so much for
thank you.
Standing in the gap. You know, moms are everything.
Everything.
Moms is gone, but she lives in my heart forever and ever and ever. So happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday.
Fashion, business, and more.